And good afternoon, softball fans. We welcome you one more time. It's bracket play, and at this point in the tournament, things start to get very interesting. We've seen some great competition all the way through up to this point. Day number 3. Two outstanding teams going up against each other. The Elevate Fastpitch Club going against the Riot 18U division here, and I'll promise you it'll be a good one. Our umpire today, Julian, he'll take care of things here. And he'll manage the game behind the dish. He'll work it with his partner, Ron, down on the first base side. Coaches are set. We're ready to go. We'll get you the defensive set. Hayden, by the way, is pitching. And a strike on the outer third, by the way. We'll open up with the strike. Leadoff hitter, Danica. And elevated ball there and goes in. The count is 1-1. And laying off, Danica. They appeal down to the first base. Umpire Ron says nope. And the count is 2-1. Bracket play action here this afternoon. I promise you it'll be a good one, as this is where teams really have to start to pull it together. It's a double elimination format tournament, but you want to stay up in the winner's bracket. Ball's popped up. Second baseman making the call. She'll pull it in. I need you. Well, stepping in, the two-hitter, Ashley Peterson. Ashley looking to get on board here with one out. And a ball's elevated. The count is 1-0. And a strike outside, so good location there as Hayden will dial in the strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. A 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss at the plate, strike called there. And the count goes to 1-2. A 1-2 count. As Hayden from the circle ready to deal. The 1-2 pitch. Shallow, second baseman, routine grab there, so like that. 2 quick outs for the Riot 18U team. Stepping in, the 3-hitter, Libby Baxter. Libby plays third base. And Julian puts it back in for Hayden, ready to go. 2 down, top of the first frame. Ball elevates, the count is 1-0. Seen some outstanding pitching and, of course, hitting and defense throughout the course of the last few days as we're continuing to roll on here, day 3. And a good pitch there, well located. Thank you, Francisco, helping me out getting some of the player information. And Hayden locates the strike, gets the outer third. The count's 1-1 with 2 outs. Francisco working along with me, photographer, videographer, solid guy. Ball's popped up, pulled out behind us, and no play out of the catcher's position. As McKenzie comes out of the pop, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes as Hayden Bythway works ahead here. 2 outs, top of the first frame, no score, bases empty. And elevated fastball there, and the count goes to 2-2. So Libby takes a cut, kind of jammed in on the hands there and fouls it back. We'll hold it a 2-2 count with 2 down. Julian puts it back in for Hayden. We're ready to go. And swing and a miss on the changeup. Strike 3 will do it. Hayden Bythaway and the Riot squad. They go 1-2-3 in the top of the frame. We'll head to the bottom half. Riot will get on the offensive side. You're enjoying the 2025 AFA Nationals. Chris Allard with the call. I will be right back. And we continue to roll on here. The bottom of the first frame, no score. And we're ready to go. Lexi Hartman will step in. And leadoff slapper, right side. She gets down the line quickly. And Lexi gets on board. So Hardman gets on with a single. And KK Lundberg will step in. Elevate up on the third base side, left-hander. Steps in, righty-lefty matchup, just looking at the bunt, potentially, to move the runners over. Lundbeck ready to go, locked in. Pitch on the way. Right side, played fair there, 1 out. And moving over will be Hardman. So Lundbeck would like to have that back, as Kyra Hart will step in. So Kira ready to go. She'll step in, runner at second, 1 out, bottom of the first. And the count goes to 1-0. And the ball popped up on the first base side, and an easy grab there pulled in for the Elevate team. Two outs on the books. And over to the corner, and stolen base there, strike at the plate. So Hayden goes deep, gets the double and the RBI. 2 over so far. Addie Wynn will step in. Foul ball. Good idea down the third base side. And the count is 0-1. Changeup, good pitch there for the strike. The count goes to 0-2. And a ball low. And the count goes to 1-2. So Wynn looking. Riot 18U, elevate on the other side, looking to get out of the inning. Well hit ball, high, could be shallow. Center fielder coming in, that ball drops in. So on board there with a single is Addie Wynn, and they pick up their third run here. Looked like there was a little bit of confusion on the play, unbeknownst to the second baseman. Augustine, hard hit ball, gets through the 5-6 hole. And on board with a single, Sentry Lundberg. And runners at first and second. Peyton Bythaway will step in. Peyton ready to go here. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Jaden looking for an out here on her side. And a strike there to open up. No play. Runners are on the move. And no throw down to 2. Might have had an opportunity. So the runners move up. And ball at the plate. Ball's hit shallow. Center fielder backs up. Should have a routine play there. They pull it in. Your center fielder, Briley Street, takes care of that, and they'll turn the side over. They pick up 3. Actually, we'll head to the bottom. Should have 3. Well, we're ready to go here as we get back to action. Elevate gets back on the offensive side as we get ready to roll here. And a fast pitch there. Good location as Hayden opens up with a strike. Pitch there, strike at the plate. Count is 0-2. And a ball out. And the count goes to 1-2. So Morgan Dixon patient at the plate. Morgan looking to get something started for her club. They're chasing 3 here in the top of the second frame. And rise ball up, missing in the zone, and the count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Right side in the gap, a well-hit ball and a good route, but not able to glove it. And on her way to second, a good throw in. The tag is not there in time. And in with the double. So Dixon, your 4-hitter, finds herself at second. So a well-hit ball, a good route off the right field side. Wagner will step in, the 5-hitter. Wagner comes in as the extra hitter here and looks at a ball. And a ball just missing upstairs in the zone. And the count goes to 2-0, 2-0. I don't know why I said 0. Must be the heat getting to me. The 2-0 pitch forthcoming. Runner at second. Top of the second frame. Right side. Right fielder backs up. Should have a routine play. She'll pull it in. So KK Lundberg over on the right field side. And she'll pick up the first out. One down. Brindley will step in. She hits in the 6th spot. And a strike at the plate to open up. Count is 0-1. And the ball's cut foul off to the right side and out of play. And the count goes to 0-2. To the 6-hitter. Brindley locks in. Hayden ready to deal. Pitch on the way. Ball is low. And the count goes to 1-2. Julian, our head umpire here today, managing this game, working with Ron on the infield. Appreciate all their hard work and everything they do throughout the course of these tournaments to make sure that these games run fairly and managed appropriately. 2-2 count. Brindley will step back in. She locks and load, and Hayden ready to go from the circle. The 2-2 pitch. And she cuts it foul out of play. So the 2-2 count holds. And the ball is up. The count goes full at 3-2. So Hayden, looked like she had the rising screwball there, but elevated with some off speed on it. And Brindley will step back in. The 3-2 pitch. Ball's popped up off the first base side, and there's some range there and not able to pull it in. So Peyton, over on the first base side, rolled full count again. We're ready to go. Right side, deep hit. That ball's got some carry to it. And that ball is gone. So Brindley. Trigger. And right center jacks one out of the park. And an excellent play there. Well hit ball, and 2 runs will come over on the home run. And Elevate answering back here in the top of the second. It's a 3-2 affair here, Riot leading as Carrie Brown steps in, the 7-hitter. And Carrie looks at a strike. And the count is 0-1. Carly catching for the club. And a strike outside. Screwball with some velocity on that. A good-looking pitch. And the count's 0-2 to Carly Brown. So Carly steps back in. Hayden working ahead in the count at 0-2 with 1 out. And rise ball misses up. The count's 1-2. And swing and a miss on the outside. That'll do it. So Hayden will get the strikeout and 2 outs on the books. So Kayla steps in. The 8-hitter. Plays first base for the club. Pitch on the way. Rise ball missing up in the zone. The count is 1-0. And a ball cut foul to the right side and out of play. And a ball fouled off. Hayden looking to get out here with 2 outs on the books. We're in the top of the 2nd frame. And cut foul. And another cut foul, straight back and out of play. And a ball low, the count goes even to 2-2. And a good plop there, line shot right to the center, correction, the shortstop. And a hard hit ball. But Sharp will take 3-2 affair. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd. You're enjoying the 18U division, the 2025 AFA Nationals here in St. George, Utah. My name is Chris Aller with the call. We'll be right back. Well, bringing you back into live action here as we're ready to go here. As we continue on, bracket play game number 1 here. We'll do 2 games this afternoon in bracket play. Double elimination format. So Coleman, Riley opens up with a strike on her. Is Coleman. She's on her way to second as the ball gets brought in and run through. So over to second will be Coleman. Single turned into a double and on the throw in. Mackenzie Gross will step. A catcher and a strike to open up there on Mackenzie Gross. So Mackenzie looks at an 0-1 count. And the ball gets away, no play at third. And at the dish, no option to throw down, and the runner will move up. The count goes to 1-1. So Muguston, Jaden on the circle with the pitch ready to go. And in safely, coming off a third. So Riley Coleman takes off after the play at first and the out recorded. So they get the out on the hitter, and Riot 18U will move ahead. They bring one over here. It's a 4-2 affair. Back to the top of the order, Lexi Hardman steps in. Slapper. Shortstop, good gather, quick play, in time. So 6-3 put out on the books and 2 down. And KK Lundberg will step in. So the Riot were able to bring one over here in the bottom of the second frame, push themselves to 4. Lundberg with the bases empty and 2 outs here. The count is 1-0. Lundberg, shortstop again. Like that, in time. So good execution over on the shortstop side for Team Elevate. Morgan Dixon showing her goods out there and being able to show some great defensive skill sets. Good glove handling, good footwork, and another 6-3 put out. They'll turn the side over. We'll head to the third. We'll be right back. Well, we're ready to go here to get things started off. Elevate back on the offensive side as Hayden opens up with the ball. The count is 1-0. So Brinley Street ready to go. Brinley left side. Good grab on the third base side across the deck in time. So Street will have a seat. And from a good play over on the third base side, Kira Hart with the put out 5-3 on the books. And stepping in, Jaden Muggleston. She's the pitcher of record, and the ball's low for Hayden to open up there. The count's 1-0. So I mentioned we've seen great pitching so far, and we certainly like to thank all those folks that have jumped onto the B2B Fastpitch page and subscribe. We appreciate your subscriptions. And the count's 2-0. I host a podcast on a regular basis with coaches, players, anything inside the game of fast pitch softball. We go base to base with all the information happening. Bunt shown, strike there. So Bythaway answers back, and she'll put one on the books there, and the count is 2-1. Get an opportunity to talk to a lot of the younger players as well as some of the athletes headed to college, high school players, and of course everything from recruiting to skills, etc. And another strike there. So Hayden answers back. She evens the count at 2-2. So Jaden ready to go. Hayden from the circle. The 2-2 pitch. Ball misses outside. The count goes full at 3-2. And a ball cut foul to the right side and out of play. And ball 4. And gets a free walk up to first. Aspen will step in. She hits in the 11th spot, plays right field. So an opportunity here in the top of the third. Throw back, and a good attempt on the back pick. As Addie fires down to first, but getting back in time was Jaden. And Hayden ready to go. And that gets through. A good cut at the plate. And the count is 0-1. And a ball out. And a ball cut foul. So pitch on the way. And a well-hit ball that could drop into the gap, and it does. In and out of the glove, and on board with a single. So one out, and runners at first and second, and back to the top of the order. So Everett's Danica. And a ball elevated, the count's 1-0. And the ball's low. And the count goes to 2-0. So the ball's cut foul and no play there. We'll hold it 2 balls and 1 strike. And right to the shortstop. And touching second. So 6-4 unassisted. And they'll turn it over. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, we'll bring you back into live action here as Julian, our head umpire, he'll set the table. We'll be ready to go. He'll put it in play. And a strike on the outer third of the plate locating there. And Riot will go 3-4-5 here. Kira Hart looks at a strike. Counts 0-1. Kira takes the cut, fouls it off. And out of play. Counts 0-2. High fly ball. First baseman's making the call. She'll pull it in. Kayla pulls it in. And the out's recorded. Callie Sharp will step in. 1 out. And a good pitch there. Popped up foul, straight back. changeup. Count goes to 1-1. And another foul ball, and the count goes to 1-2. And a well-hit ball down the third base line, all the way to the fence, rounding first and into second with a double. So Callie Sharp gets a good rip and finds herself parked comfortably at second with a stand-up double. Hayden Bythaway will step in. Hayden, the starting pitcher for Riot. Pitcher battle here, ready to go from the circle. And a throw down to third. And a good pop coming out quickly. But good speed moving up to third base. And the count is 1-0. And a strike there. And a ball cut back foul and out of play. And a back pick attempt down on the third base side. Strike three called at the plate. And two down here for Team Elevate. So Addie will step in, hitting in the sixth spot. And a ball's low. Counts 1-0. A 2-0 count. And a ball elevated. Count goes to 3-0. And a strike called at the plate that counts 3-1. Ball four. So Wynn gets on board with a freebie. And runners at the corners will bring up Sentry Lundberg. And a fastball elevated gets away there. Prize ball missing. Count goes to 2-0. So Lundberg, a 2-0 count on her. Caden looking for a strike, and the count goes to 3-0. Wagner, my apologies, in the circle. The 3-0 count. And ball 4, a 4-pitch walk for Wagner. And the bases are loaded. Coach. And a strike to open up with. And the count is 0-1. And the count goes to 1-1. Appeal to the infield umpire. Ron says no, did not go. The count is 2-1. Back to the pitcher, they come home. And they only needed 1 with 2 outs, so they get it at home plate, force anywhere. We'll turn the side over, we'll head to the 4th. It's a good one, 4-2, Riot 18U over, Elevate Fastpitch. We'll be right back. Well, ready to go here in the top of the 4th, 4-2, right over Elevate. Peterson steps in. Ball swung on right side, could stay fair, and goes foul. So Peterson, the 2-hitter, she looks at a 1-1 count. And the count is 2-1. And a strike outside, so a good pitch there. Hayden locates. She'll even things up. The count's at 2-2. Well hit ball, right side could drop in, and a good move right off the barrel. And the right fielder reels that in. So Lundberg. KK takes care of business there. And one out. Libby Baxter steps in. And a strike to start there. The count's 0-1. And the ball elevated. The count goes to 1-1. High fly ball, left fielder backing up in a little bit of sun there and pulls it in. A good play there. Over on the left side. So Lexi pulls that in for Riot. And they'll pick up another out here in the top of the 4th frame with 2 down. And a ball low, the count's 1-0. So Morgan Dixon looking for a knock here with 2 outs. Chasing 2 to get even here in the top of the 4th. It's a 4-2 affair. Pitch on the way. Good pitch, locates the outer third of the plate. And by the way, Hayden will even the count here at 1-1. And a ball up. And the count goes to 2-1. Julian, our head umpire, with the call. Morgan steps back in. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Correction, strike 2. And a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Hayden getting the pitch call from her dugout as Morgan steps back in. And swing and a miss, strike 3, that'll do it. So Hayden, she comes into the circle and deals. And 1-2-3 inning there. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Stay with us. The 2025 AFA Nationals 18U bracket play action will continue on. We'll be right back. Well, back to live action. We're ready to go here. And a ball at the plate that counts 1-0. Ball's hit to the right side. Well done. And Coleman gets on board with a single. And a ball cut foul to the right side for Riley Coleman. And a 1-1 count to the batter, Mackenzie Gross. And a ball cut foul. Straight back. A lot of foul ball action today. Counts 1-2. And the count goes to 2-2. And upstairs, rise ball for strike 3. That'll do it right there. They get the out. Keep. And a well-hit ball for Lexi Hardman, a single. And runners at first and second for Riot. And KK Lundberg steps in. I got to take it. And the count is 1-1. So the count's 3-1. And a strike there. Count goes to 3-2. So a walk there, and the bases are loaded here for Kira Hart. Yeah, here we go. Bases loaded. And the ball is up and out. Wegner looking for an out with one down. On the other side of the plate, Kira Hart looking for a knock. Bases juiced. High pop-up. Second baseman rolling off, calling it, and a good grab there. And everybody stays put. So a good defensive play on the second base side. As Danica pulls that in. And 2 outs on the books. And jammed in on the hands. Ball's fouled off straight back. No play there. And the count goes to 0-1. A tough situation here. High leverage moment, though, for Riot with the bases loaded on the defensive side with 2 outs. And another cut foul. So ahead in the count here at 0-2 is Wegner for Elevate. So a big moment here on either side of the plate. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, Wegner. They'll strand 3. Opportunity diminished, and Wegner and Elevate. They get out of it. We'll head to the 5th. We'll be right back. Hard hit ball, center fielder with the good route there, pulls it in. So a good grab there as Lexley Hardman pulls that in. And a ball to start things off here. The count is 1-0. So Brindley looking for a knock here. 1 out. High fly ball. Going shallow, and shortstop will take that. She'll pull that in. So Kaylee Sharp, she takes care of the out. And like that, 2 up, 2 down. As mentioned, we're in the top of the 5th frame, 4-2, tied action still. I believe it's an hour 45 no new or hour 30, I'm not sure. I'm looking at Francisco. I think it's 1:30, he said. And a strike to open up. Count is 0-1. If I'm wrong, you can blame it on Francisco. He's here next to me. He knows we're mic'd up. We're live. Good man doing some good work out here. Appreciate all the help. Fouled straight back. And the count is 0-2. And a ball at the plate. Hayden ready to go. And a hard hit ball. Left center, a solid knock off the barrel. And rounding and going into second. She's going to have to get down. No, she'll get up with the stand-up double. So a well hit ball there. Kylie gets on board with the double. Elevate chasing 2 outs here in the top of the 5th frame. Kayla steps in, the 8-hitter. First baseman for the club. Hayden gets the pitch call. We're ready to go here. And a ball out, low in the zone. The count's 1-0. And a strike, gets out her third. Hayden locates, makes the adjustment. And a good pitch for her as she'll even the count here at 1-1. 2 outs, top 5, 4-2. I'd like to thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And a good matchup here in the 18U bracket play game. Upstairs misses, the count goes to 2-1. Kiki showing bunt. She pulls back, pitch on the way, swing and a miss, big cut outside. Hayden runs that through. A little bit on the gas there. A 2-2 count with 2 outs. And the ball's cut foul and out of play. So runner at second, Elevate chasing 2, like to continue to extend the inning. On the other side, Hayden looking for an out. And another cut foul ball. Good swinging here and a good battle. Hayden running the outer third of the plate. Most of her work out there. And another foul ball. Well, we continue the battle here. The 2-2 pitch. Right side. That ball's going to drop in. On her way. Coming, rounding third. Will there be a play there? No. So coming in. And Kiki gets a good hit there. She gets on board. She'll get the single and the RBI. So they're chasing one, Elevate. Reagan Walker steps into the game. And a strike there. So Hayden opens up with a strike. And the count is 0-1. Top of the fifth, 4-3. At this point in the tournament, as I mentioned earlier, all these bracket play games, they start to get very tight. We've seen some good ones even in pool play. The competition's been very good. And missing off. The count is 1-1. 2 outs. Hayden looking over to her dugout. Coach calling pitches. They work off of the number program. Back up the middle and on board with a single. So Elevate staying consistent here. Getting some production on the offensive side, and another single and another runner on here with 2 outs. Jaden Mugglesting hitting in the 10 spot. Jaden will step in with runners at first and second. They're chasing one to get even. Hayden ready to go. Good pitch there. Cut foul to the right side, a little late on it. And the count is 1-0. Correction, 0-1 on the foul ball. So far this afternoon's been very pleasant. It's warm, but unlike yesterday about this time, it was quite windy. We'll keep our fingers crossed here. Good conditions. Elevated zone. The count goes to 1-1. So you're enjoying the 2025 AFA Nationals here in St. George, Utah. Chris Schauer with the call. We appreciate you joining us here on the Base to Base Fastpitch YouTube channel. Enjoying the games. Pitch on the way. Strike. Hayden comes back. Throw down to second. And kind of a throwaway there, but not enough time for anybody to move off the bases. So 1-2 count. Bythaway looking to get out of the inning. On the other side, Jaden looking for a hit. Like to load him up for Aspen. Lowry. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll turn the side over. Elevate, they'll strand 2, and Hayden Bythaway continues the fifth. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Go back to live action. We're ready to go. Hayden Bythaway will start things off as she looks at a ball here. As Team Riot will go 5, 6, 7 here in the bottom of the 5th frame. And the ball is out. And the count is 2-0. Hayden has pitched a good one for Team Riot. As Alexa Wegner stays on in the circle. And a 2-0 count. Joining me here this afternoon, Glenn Messick, the FA National Director. Glenn, thanks for jumping in.
Oh, my pleasure, Chris. Glad to be part of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for enabling all of us to be part of it. It's been an outstanding event thus far.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're really excited about all the good ball we're seeing today.
Absolutely. And down to first base is Bythaway with a walk.
You're absolutely ahead on the absolutely count there.
I think you might have just moved ahead on the absolutely count. Hard to say. That's our little thing. Absolutely, we had a funny moment last year, Glenn and I, but we'll save that for another time. Nonetheless, we are in a good one here, 4-3. And Glenn, I'm sure you've been quite busy moving around, watching different games throughout the facility. So hopefully everything is in check as you would expect.
Yeah, Chris, everything's moving along and seeing competitive ball all the way from the little 9 and 10 years olds all the way up to 18. So people having a good time and kids leaving it all on the field. You couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, I've seen that, and really some good stuff. And a well-hit ball left side that could drop in. A good route from the left fielder all the way to the fence line. And they're going to run it in here and shut down Hayden over on the third base side, but a solid knock for Addie Wynn as she gets on board with a double with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th frame. Good piece of hitting there.
Oh, yeah, she did a good job of turning on that. And these are 2 big ribbies out on the bases here with such a close game with Riot looking at on.
Yeah, with no outs here and a good place, as I've seen through their lineup, even working towards the lower third, which they're in right now with Sentry Lundberg. And looks at a ball there. The count's 1-0. Seen some good production really across all layers of the lineups here, even from the upper third, middle, and bottom half.
Yeah, they continuously put pressure on the pitchers out here.
And a strike there, good location.
Pitchers looking around, and well, when's it going to let up? And here comes another good hitter.
Yeah, Wegner's had good command of the plate for the most part, but you got a good hitting team here, and nobody will move off the bases there.
Yeah, no need to chance it there and nobody out. You got to be 100% sure you're going to make it there.
And I'm going to have to throw in an absolutely on that one.
Yeah, we're gonna blow away the absolutely count today, Chris.
No doubt. 2-1 the count, says our head umpire here, doing a nice job. Julian working with Ron on the infield. Pitch on the way upstairs. And
back there. Been one of our longer standing umpires out here.
Well, calling a good game, managing things, keeping everybody in check. And jam there. It fouled off to the elevate side of the dugout. Coach sitting on a bucket, no damage there.
Yeah, if he wasn't awake before that, he sure is now.
Been tagged there. And the count goes full at 3-2. I've really enjoyed seeing some of the younger players too, Glenn. I've had a chance to do some 14s, and that's been pretty good. You've got some very talented teams here this year, and
sure do. And all the way up from the 10s. I mean, we have some of the best 10U teams in the nation playing over at Canyon View. And the level of play I was...
To the third baseman. Good check there, pulled off the base, and the out was there. From my view, it looked like off the bag, but the ball got there before all that happened. A little dust there in the play, but the out's recorded. So Lundberg will have a seat. One down.
to back to 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, your 10's pretty impressive
you know,
this year.
I walked up, and I was a good little game going on, and these two girls, 9 or 10 years old, went back to back 190 feet to the fence.
Wow.
Yeah, these kids keep getting better and better every year, and I'm really excited to watch the next matchup after this good game, where you have a Hawaii Dynasty team playing a Crossfire team from Idaho, and that's what this national is about, is bringing good teams from different parts of the country to play against each other and truly challenge each other. And we just ran out of time there.
Well, so the time expired. Julian, our head umpire, says, no, we shut it down. The clock expired, and that'll do it. The Riot 18U will take the win over Elevate Fastpitch. It was a good one, 4-3, and a close matchup. And Glenn, another good game here and enjoying it here. And for those folks that aren't here, hope you're enjoying it on our B2B Fastpitch page. Again, for Glenn Messick, Chris Allard here with the call. Sportsmanship, really that's what it's all about, as these young athletes will shake hands, coaches, and continue to play on the uniqueness of this format here with the AFA events double elimination format. So when you play bracket play, it's not uno dos adios. It's you've got a chance to come back and possibly take the title.
Absolutely.
Gotta love it. For now, Glenn Messick, Chris Allard saying so long from St. George, Utah. We'll be bringing you another game this afternoon. A good one. Riot 18U, they take it over Elevate Fastpitch. So long, and thank you for joining us.